Hello Virgos, this is your love reading for the month of January 2016. Happy New Year. Virgos, this month will have an extended reading because I watched the videos I posted so far, and the Virgo videos had the most likes, and also they've been really generous to me, as I got most of the donations from Virgo people. So this is my gift for you. Next month I will count again the likes and everything I said. This being said, I will go to your reading because it's going to be quite long. So, love reading for Virgo. I will split the reading into, so now I will go to coupled persons or persons that are in some sort of relationship. So it will be couples and singles and looking, let's say. So for the people who are coupled or in a relationship or thinking about a relationship, the were in a relationship and want to go back, things like that. The overall energy shows that some of you are either stubborn, they are determined to stand their ground, but also they will meet suspicions resurfacing in their couple and also mistrust. Now, as you enter the month, or at the beginning of the month, however, somehow you will find the courage to admit certain things regarding to an important relationship. I have a feeling that for some of you are thinking to make a decision whether to rekindle a relationship, restart it, reconnect, all this thing that it has to do. I have to tell that the reading, both for single and for couple, has this pattern of on and off relationship or pattern, or things that are resurfacing cyclically. So many of you will start the month with this strong stamina to stand your ground, and however, it will be this burst of clarity, and some of you will find, as I said, the strength to acknowledge things about their relationship, and most of all to admit to admit your mistakes and be ready to pay for them. However, keep in mind that you'll be very strong this month. So whatever is happening, it's through your own power. So if this if you for some people who are suffering, who are in pain, who are heartbroken, it's a message that you acknowledge where this is coming from, and you will find your errors, why you are suffering for that, why you are not able to move on, why you are not able to solve this difficult situation. Nevertheless, you'll test your limits. You will definitely, you are still hurt, you still suffer, but you are more aware of it. It's okay, I've got this and I'm dealing with it. For some of you who are going through divorce or separation after a long period of time, especially if are children involved, I mean, this family and structure, or not even that, but when you've been for a long time in a relationship and things come to an end, it's difficult to let it go because you've built so many things together, even materially, and it's difficult to see them now ruining all your plans, all your this kind of it's like you feel that I'll have to start again building all these things, but it's not quite like that. So some of you just want to it's like inertia. You by default you want to work for your family, to protect your family, to protect basically a relationship that is hurting you because you don't know how it is otherwise. You are used to do that. However, is this energy of suspicion? So you become more suspicious about where is this all going to go? For how long do I have to do this and I don't see results? Or if I see results, they are not so rewarding as I was expecting. However, for this month, for a large part of this month, actually I think this reading will be valid until April. This is my feeling. And it's some of you will feel hurt and deceived and still go on the same direction with determination. However, you accept these unpleasant results of your actions, and you realize that heartbreak and sadness are results of your actions, so you are liable for it. But with the Judgment there, I see a waking up, a sudden, surprisingly waking up, and you realize at least that okay, I did this, I was wrong, or being wrong even by accepting a certain situation for a long time, a situation that was not beneficial to you. So it's like I accept my how you call, not punishment, but the consequences. Some of you may be fancying too much about a dead relationship and not letting it die of natural death. It will die in the end. Some of you will feel that they have to make an important decision, and this important decision it's difficult to make because you have you must make sure you're thinking that you have only one chance. You have many options, but this is out of all these options, only one would be successful, and it's difficult to make this choice. However, I usually don't describe cards, but if you look at the Seven of Cups and Six of Wands, it's like he's speaking from the Seven of Cups, the wrath of victory from that cup. And actually this is one of the most realistical paths you will choose, and I believe that this makes me think that despite Seven of Cups being a card of illusions, disillusions, and building castles in the clouds, it's a fantasy card. It doesn't have too much grounds in reality, but by picking that specific item makes me believe that in the end you will be victorious, although the victory maybe will not be exactly what you have in mind, but in the end you'll realize that you had to go through all this process so that you finally find your path. So then you are determined, some of you will be determined to go for rekindling their relationship, and obstinately work towards that without even thinking. It's like you do that blindly. You do this blindly. You want to um, uh, sorry. So it will be this first stage this month where you are avoiding the facts. You know only that you want that. It's like stubbornly you want that, you want to achieve that, and you know, because you are a determined person, and you know that if you put a lot of effort, you will diligently work on it, and uh, you will hardly work on it, you will achieve it. But this usually goes in the work front, and you are very good at that. In personal relationships, you know, it's always uh, at least two sides. So it's, if it's only you who's doing that, it doesn't secure the success at the end. However, by avoiding the truth, are actually there, it's like being scared of the truth. uh, Prevents you at the beginning of the month to take a shortcut towards success, let's say. Because I see you working, but honestly, I don't want to say end of the month, because I have the feeling, as I said, that it will take until April. So you will go through this process where you will work hard for your relationship, but some of you at least, unfortunately, they will see that this doesn't take anywhere. So I'm not very good at telling things in a soft way. I just see what I see. So you maybe want to be the superhero of your relationship, to prove that you can do this. You actually don't even know for sure if you still want that relationship, but for some of you, the idea of failing is what drives you nuts, and makes you so determined. For some of you, they can actually achieve and rekindle with the person, and be together with them again, only to realize that actually they are not happy, that you don't even want that. But it was this thing, I want it, I want to be victorious, I want to win it. I cannot fail on that. So it will take another deception for you to realize that eventually you have to let go of this relationship. As I said, it's for some of you, it's not for all of you. It's important to allow natural death to your relationship, let's say. And of course, it will be pain, but it will be short-term pain. But it's this working hard and turning your back at facts, and turning a blind eye to all the facts, in fact. You will be working so hard, even physically, you will overtake yourself, both on a physical and emotional, and even on mental level, and without complaining, because you want so much this result. You want to prove yourself that yes, I can make this thing work, and yes, you can do it. But as I say, I see for many of you, only to realize that they actually don't want that thing back. In the end, because the cards towards the end of the period, which I believe it will be March, April, you'll realize that actually leaving the past behind, it's the way for a new, fresh beginning. Because in the end, you will take your cup somewhere else. For many of you, I see a new relationship coming, but it will take some months, because you will understand that you have uh, to heal from your previous relationship so that you can make a fresh and proper new one. For the people who are single and look at the patterns, what you are doing wrong, or what you are doing not wrong, because probably you don't realize it's wrong. What you are doing same old, it takes you to the same result. Maybe you are attracted to the wrong kind of person. Look at patterns, because here it's a pattern too. So you have to, maybe for one time you'll decide to choose differently from what you would usually choose. And for some of you also, they will have to go again from, it's like one more disappointment before you will realize what is the right way to make a decision. What is the you, by the end of the month, both single and couple will be much wiser. You have at the end two cards, the Magician and Two of Wands, which are very similar, and actually it's like it's like becoming aware of your powers. And not only becoming aware of your powers, because you are aware of your powers, but to use them correctly, to use them to to put them to work for your good, and make right decisions when choosing who you want to be with, or even better, finding balance and finding the right person for you to accomplish this balance. But this will come towards, I think, March, April. It's a very interesting reading. I like it because it has a very good outcome. Now, the advice I see here in the cards is to lose your grip on the relationship or whatever obsessive idea you have. You either have to give others space or give yourself space. For singles, the dream, the perfect relationship may be a bit far. It's not actually going to happen as soon as you want, because I have a feeling that some of you want to happen now. Because simply, I think it's not the time. I think it's not the right time to look for someone. For some of you are too busy focusing on their losses and disappointments. But I think because I see it as very temporarily, it's okay to feel grief for your relationship or for whatever you have lost on an emotional level. So it's okay to go through that, because it's healing. And the last stage of this grief will end soon. And the Magician there shows me that, which is a very positive card, of after all this difficult moments, you will I think all of you singles and couple will feel reborn, and with completely new vision and understanding on what they really need and what they really have to do in order to make their lives much better. However, as I said, it's only a process, and it will end in couple of months. It's a good time actually to start focusing on yourself and on your own self-improvement, because a better you will attract a better him or her in the future. So for some of you singles and coupled, becoming much better, a better version of you can be the awakening call can sound like that for many of you. I have to improve myself so that I become more attractive to him or her, or to attract a much better him or her in the future. So this is actually a very constructive idea, and some of you will work on that, and this is a very positive fact. Some Virgos who are fighting for quite a long time with this on and off relationship pattern, or this sort of like a limbo situation, finally will will acknowledge that they are ready for transformation. Finally, change has to take place, and facing reality will actually help you becoming the person you are meant to be. But again, towards the end of this period, the result will be huge relief for you. You will feel like you were carrying all this burden for such a long time, and all of a sudden you feel light and enlightened. You're in general a person who takes responsibility for your actions. So actually, you are very skilled at self-judging yourself in a correct way. It's very difficult to do that for your own self. We tend to judge others and other situations, but we are not accurate at judging ourselves. And you will reach this. It's not you will reach. You will master this self-judging skill, let's say. Anyway. Singles, again, you are also called to make an important decision, and you will choose. You will make your thorough research. You know that you have to get ready for sort of a difficult task, and this has to do with self-research, self-judging, and all these things. But you are very determined to do it in a proper way. You will face all your fears, all your as I said, patterns from before. What did you do wrong, and how could you have done it in a different way? So you'll have all this self-analysis. The good thing is that you'll come with new solutions and new ideas and new visions about how you want your relationship to be. In the end, you will at least know what you want, how you want, and how to get it. This is the most important, how to get it. Some of you, now I go back to the coupled ones, may realize that you love your partner for what they used to be and not for what they are now. Or I'll go even further. You love them for how you used to feel with them in the past, but not how you feel with them right now. And of course, there is still love, because it's always, especially when we talk about long relationship and think about past relationship, you will always have pleasant feelings about the person you've been with for a long time, regardless how difficult the situation. Of course, now I'm talking about common sense difficult situations. I'm not talking about I don't know, violence or abusives or things like that. But I think you get the sense. So of course there will always be love, and for some couples, to be honest, there is possible rekindling your relationship through hard work, despite all these heartbreaks and losses. But I feel that the proportion of the people who will be successful in rekindling with their exes, it's much smaller than the ones that have to move on from the relationship. Anyway, just a clue. Relationships that will be rekindled will be those who have both partners willing to put in the same amount of effort to reach the same goal. So it's like, okay, we both want to get back, but we both have to check what didn't work, why it didn't work, and how we can avoid this happening in the future, and most of all, how can we change. So both of you have to change. If one of you at least is dealing with suspicions and mistrust, that relationship has to die. Sorry for saying that. So yes, as I said, the relationship that will work again are those who both partners are ready to make major changes and to go through a difficult period, because changing, it's not easy, and facing all the dirt beneath. You know, it's like putting for a long time all the dust under the carpet, and now let's deal with it. It's not easy, but I'm not saying it's impossible. Definitely not. You have the magician there. You can make it work, but if both of you are working on the same direction. In any case, for it looks like it's an important period. I feel that for many of you, it's like make it or break it point. It's this time will either work forever or we separate forever. It's the end of the cycle. It's the end of the on and off. Singles. And looking, especially if you're looking. If you're not looking, okay, maybe you're not listening to that. And if some of you are confronting some sort of self-pity and mourning yourself for being so unfortunate, and snap out of it, and you have the judgment there. And get ready for your future. You'll become much aware of what you are, and this will help you, as I said before, to choose correctly exactly what you want and how you want. For some of you, you will accept the responsibility of your past actions, be it a breakup, be it a change, and also very important for singles and looking, it's not a time to stay in. You have to go out and show off your best skills, whatever you're talented at. It looks for some singles there. Someone will fall in love with you because they admire what you are doing or what you are good at. So definitely is not the time to hide yourself now. Both single and coupled, there is a lot of newness coming in, a fresh air of, as I said before, because many changes will actually happen this period, and to get to a conclusion somehow, oh, another warning here I see. Be careful not hurting someone without even knowing it. And especially for singles, the moment you realize what you want, you will be very determined to go out and transform your dreams into reality. In any case, if for those of you who feel confused, take a step back to see the bigger picture. There's no need to hurry towards anything. So this will be you'll be in a better position to analyze everything. Don't look for perfection. You are not designed to be perfect. You are designed to be accepted by someone exactly the way you are. And I know it sounds like a cliche, but you may get too self-absorbed in becoming, okay, put the quotes there, to become too perfect, and you don't need to. So try to accept your flaws, because as I said, you are not designed to be perfect. I would say you should focus on realistic expectations, but you're a Virgo. You always are too realistic, and yeah. Be careful, as I said before. Those who are obsessively working to achieve some sort of a goal pertaining to their relationship will end up realizing that they don't want it anymore in the end. And in the end, I feel, and most of it, the singles and the ones who will realize in the end that they have the relationship to go, I feel like, as I said, end of end of March, beginning of April, there is a great potential for new love, and I see some of you will end with a very intellectual person. Oh, it takes too long, this reading, but I said it will be an extending reading. In the end, you have to know that it will be happy ending. So keep that in mind instead of don't agonize when hardship will hit. I have a feeling that after all this process is completed, the grief is gone. All of you will find themselves in the best relationship they've ever had so far. So there is a lot of potential, there is healing. Some of you actually may I think I said this last month also, uh, hiding behind work and turning back to all heartbreak and working. But it's just turning your back. As if last month you're turning your back at it, now you'll be forced to face reality and deal with this situation so that you can heal and move on, because you'll not just work for the rest of your life, definitely not, because I see there it's the Knight of Cups. It's either you or somebody coming or going with a romantic proposal. Also, message for singles. After you will realize what is not satisfying you, why you don't feel loved, or going through the process, you will, when I said that you will know much better what you want and how you want, it's like you will not settle for less just because you feel lonely. You will realize the danger. Maybe for some of you was this pattern, because they don't want to be lonely, they just get into all sorts of bad relationships, are not even bad but not satisfying. So in the end they realize that they don't have to settle for less just because they feel lonely. And okay, I think I'll go for one more message, because it's a bit it's a very long reading. Some of you who are more spiritual will understand that this has been a karmic situation, and karmic lessons to be learned. And the moment, and this is the last stage of this karmic lesson. And you after all these lessons are finished and learned, it will be very clear the way to your next relationship, and it looks like many blessings are on your way. Yeah. Anyway, as I said, this reading is, I have the feeling that it will be for a longer period of time, so to be continued, let's say. We don't have yet information about your next partner. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm might be a Cancer or a Scorpio in your future. The moment the karmic debts are paid, you will move towards your true love, definitely. Strong Cancer, I see, but okay, this is can be any sign who has the features of a Cancer. Very nurturing, maybe artsy, maybe a very loving person. But this we will talk, I think, next month. I will see if we'll see what's going on, what's coming up. So this is your reading for January. Hope you liked. If you did, please share and subscribe. And I will be with you soon. All the best.